Hello, Mr. Stone here. Today we're going to be looking at surface area, and we're going to look at specifically two different types of ways of describing surface area. We're going to be talking about lateral area and surface area. Now, conveniently, I happen to have this box of markers. Let's take a look at the box. So I've got, if I'm doing this as a rectangular prism, I would probably think of it like this. This would be my base up here, and this would be my base in the back. It is a rectangular prism. We could label it a little bit differently, but the big concept for any of the different prisms we're going to be working with is we've got to have our bases. Just like when we were finding volume, we've got to identify the base. So this will be my base, this will be my base. Let's get something on the board here that we can work with. And haha! This is where I open said box of markers and use one from there to illustrate it on the board. Those of you keeping track of clever points for Mr. Stone, you can go ahead and put a tally mark in that column right now. It'll be probably the first one there in a while. Anyway, so I've got the box here, and rectangular prism. Here's my attempt to make it 3D, something like this. And this front here, let's say that our dimensions are 2.5, or you know what, let's make this nice and round. I think it looks like 3. Let's call this guy 3. Let's say we've got 4 here, and let's say we are, I should put that on the bottom, 4 there. Let's say we're going back about 2. Okay? So it's 3 inches by 4 inches by 2 inches. Normally when we're doing the volume, we're going to multiply them all by each other. But we're going to find area. So the first thing I'm going to do is we want to find the lateral area. And this is basically the area of everything but the bases. So how many bases do we have in this guy? We got a front, we've got a back, 2 bases. So we got to cut those out. So what I'm left with are everything else. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Notice that I've got, for the base, it's a rectangle, it's a quadrilateral. I've got 4 sides of this. I'm going to have 4 different rectangles that are going to be forming the lateral area. It's everything on the side, that the area of the rectangles that connect the 2 bases. So that leaves me with this guy right there for starters, which I've got a depth here of 2, and then we already said my height is 3, so this is a 3 by 2 right there. It's going to have a partner on the other side that I can't see. So I'm going to have to take that 3 by 2, I'm going to add these together. The 3 by 2, the 3 by 2. The top, I'm still going 2 back. Okay, my depth is still 2. So I'm going to take 2 by 4. So I'm going to add 2 by 4, and you know what? This is nice because these pair up. This is another one that's 2 by 4. So I'm going to add all these guys together. That's 6 plus 6 plus 8 plus 8. All these guys add up to 28. So my lateral area, or LA for short, we'll call it, would be 28. My surface area, am I too low? I hope not. My surface area is my lateral area plus my bases. So to get that, I'm going to just take the base times 2 because I've got 2 bases. My base area is going to equal 3 times 4, which is just 12. So I take that 12 times 2, because I've got 1 and 2 bases, and I'm going to put them on, add it to my lateral area. So I'm going to take 28, which is my lateral area, plus my bases, which is 12, give me a surface area of 40. 40 square units, because this is area. And this will also work for pentagonal prisms, anything else, okay? It's not very formulaic though. What you have to think about is, if this is my base, if this is my base, what is the area for all the rectangles that are going to connect them, okay? And if they're a regular polygon, they're often going to be the same because your sides are all going to be the same. This one was a little different because we've got a rectangle up here. But if you think of like a pentagon, the regular pentagons we've been dealing with, they're all set because they're regular of having the same length for their sides. So you have something like this, where let's say our side is 6, and let's say the depth here is 3, which is my really bad 3D pentagon. So each one of these rectangles that connect them that are going to form our lateral area are going to be 6, because that's the length here, by 3, which would be 18. And you know what? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these rectangles. So my lateral area for this pentagon would just be 18, which is the area for one of them, times 5, because I've got 5 bases, which would give us 90. Or excuse me, not 5 bases, 5 sides. Excuse me on that one. Sorry. This will also work for cylinders. Hey, check out cylinder. Aren't common cleaning utensils so cool? So I've got this guy here, and what's convenient about this is if I'm looking for the lateral area, this would be my base up here, this would be my base down here. Okay, matching bases just like we were working with prisms. I can actually peel this off. So I'm going to mark it here so that it doesn't exactly line up with a perforation. But I can take this guy off, I can cut it here, and we're going to see that this is something that we all know and love. It's just a rectangle now. That's it. Okay, we peeled off the outer layer of a cylinder. And this is all the surface area of what that cylinder will have, the lateral area. Okay, we're not worrying about the bases just yet because we can find the base real easy. The area of a circle is pi r squared. We got 2 bases. We can add those on pretty easily. But so the height is one of the dimensions of the rectangle. That's a result of when we peel off the surface area of a cylinder. And then the other dimension is going to be the circumference of the circle on top. And then we're just going to take 2 pi r, and that's just, or pi times the diameter, same thing, right? That's going to be the area, or excuse me, the circumference that would go around the base. And we just peel that off and we've got a rectangle that we can totally work with because we've been doing this for quite some time, right? Okay, so have fun with this. Experiment, see what works. Do some practice, and then we'll be doing more of this soon. All right? Have a great day.